Hi, I'm Bianca. Today's class is going to be a leg focused one. We're going to be doing a lot of work on the quads, the glutes, lots of balancing. I think you're going to enjoy this one. I'm teaching this class from Oakland, California. Let me know in the comments where you're taking this class from. Let's get started in a child's pose, bringing the knees nice and wide. Big toes to touch behind you. Reach those arms forward. Sink those hips towards your heels, forehead to them. Just take a moment here to observe how your body is feeling. Noticing where your head space is at, your breath. Are you finding your breaths to be short and shallow? Are you easing into some nice, slow, deep breaths? Just observing. Now let's take a deep breath in together here. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Another one just like that. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Start to activate this child's pose a little bit more. Maybe you call the fingertips forward so the elbows lift. And sink the glutes a little bit closer to the heels. And we'll start to ignite our Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose. Create some texture in the back of the throat. The exhale comes out of the nose. This breath will help us build some heat just like that. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out the nose. And let your next inhale bring you up to a tabletop position. We'll begin by warming up the spine and some cat-cows here. Breathe into your cow pose, gaze up. Exhale, cat, bring your chin towards your chest, roll the tailbone down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Now keep doing this, finding the rhythm of your own breath. We're going to be here for about 6 breaths. So take your time and then add on any other movements that might feel good in your body. So remember when you took inventory of all the feelings and sensations in your body in that child's pose. Maybe you noticed something was a little bit tight, a little bit sore. Find some organic movement here that might make you feel a little bit better. Don't be afraid to make some noise. Maybe you kick your feet into the mat. Flip your wrists. Lots of options here. Really just depends on what you're feeling right now in this moment. About halfway there. One more breath here. And back to your tabletop position. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Tuck the toes. Send your hips up. Come into a downward facing dog. Now sending those hips up here. Opening up the shoulders, avoiding this turning into a little bit of a plank position here. And pedal out the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Now we'll find stillness in our downward facing dog. And walk your hands to the back of the mat, towards your feet. Bring the feet together to touch, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms to your shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep those arms up. Breathe here. Maybe you wiggle your toes, feel your feet grounding down into the mat. At the same time, the fingertips grub towards the ceiling, but relax those shoulders. Keep the chin off the chest. Take another breath in. And on the exhale, we'll take a back bend. You can cactus the arms or take any other arm variation here. Inhale, mountain pose. And on the exhale, bring your hands back to the mat. Walk forward into a plank position. Push the mat away. Scoop the belly button in. Keep the hips in line with the shoulders. Take another breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, gaze at the top of the mat. And this time on your exhale, walk the feet to the top of the mat to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back into that plank. This time we're going to turn this into a chaturanga. You can drop down to the knees. We'll shift it forward. Come into your low plank, arms bend 90 degrees. Try not to let those elbows splay out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your palms into the mat. Feet press into the mat, knees lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Untuck those toes. Take a breath in here. Exhale it out. We'll flow one more time. Breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Bring it back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. You can step or jump back. Take your high to low plank, chaturanga. Take a breath in. And exhale it out. On your inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step that foot in between the hands. Then drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, sweep the arms up, kneeling crescent. Shift the hips forward. Pull that right hip crease back. Breathe in. Exhale, back bend. Same thing here. A little bit of a balancing aspect to this. Press that left knee and right foot into the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to mat. Step your foot back. Take your chaturanga. Exhale back to your downward facing dog. Still warming up here, starting to build a little bit of heat. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Get that foot right in between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Sweep the arms up. Shift the hips forward. Pull the left hip crease back. Breathe. Exhale, cactus the arms. Lift the heart up. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Find your balance here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Taking your chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. Exhale it out. So I mentioned this is a leg focus flow. You might be wondering, where's the leg stuff? We're engaging a lot of the core and we're warming up, building some heat. Don't worry, the leg stuff is coming. Breathe in, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now we'll bend the knees, inhale, chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Sit the hips back. Send your weight into your heels here. So instead of just focusing on bending the knees nice and low, I want you to focus on sending the hips back. So if you gaze down and you can't see your toes, your knees might be forward, your hips might be forward. Send the shins back, send the hips back, breathe. This is too much. Your hands can always come to heart center. Otherwise, arms are up nice and high. Breathe in. And out. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, arms stay up. You're going to step that left foot back, so now you're in a crescent lunge. In your crescent lunge, both feet point forward. Your front knee is stacked over your ankle. That back heel is lifted. Take a breath in. And out. Step the feet together, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale back. Let's do this a few times. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent lunge. You got this. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent lunge. Hold it here. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Spread those arms nice and wide. Feet are nice and wide on the mat. Right toes point forward. The back heel is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Reach those arms out. Your right knee should point right directly over the toes. Breathe here. On your next inhale, straighten that leg. Bring the arms overhead. Gaze up at the hands. Palms together. Another inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Let's do this a few times. Breath to movement. Inhale, straighten arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Catch your breath. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Take another inhale. On the exhale, we'll come to an extended side angle. The legs stay the same. Right knee still bent. Left arm up, right arm down. You can take any arm variation. You don't have to do the same thing I'm doing here. A couple options. You can take some binds. You can fly the arms open. You can reach the arms overhead. Whatever you want to do here with your arms. Keep breathing. Then let your next inhale bring you to a reverse warrior. And that right knee still stays bent. Left hand can rest on your back thigh or wrap up behind the lower back. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in here. And on the exhale, come back to your low lunge. The right knee is bent. That back heel is lifted. And then we'll make our way into standing splits. Shift your weight into that right leg. Left leg lifts. Your fingertips are tented on the mat here. If you have yoga blocks, you can place your hands on yoga blocks. And in this standing splits, instead of focusing on how high you can get that back leg, keep it parallel to the mat with that hip closed. Breathe here. And now we'll bring the hands to heart center and slowly make our way up to a one-leg mountain pose, seeing if you can do it without touching the mat with your left foot. And if you need a moment to step that foot down, that's okay too. Hands can stay at heart center. Bend that left leg 90 degrees, flex the toes back towards the face. Keep breathing. That left hip is lifting up, drop it down, keep both hips in line. Find your balance, find your focus. Take another inhale here. Now we'll come into standing figure four, bringing that left ankle on top of the right knee. Your left knee points to the side. Now bend that right knee, send the hips back, hands stay at heart center. Flex the left toes back towards the face. All right, there's a lot going on here in this pose. You're balancing, you're strengthening that right leg. We're breathing here. And you're also stretching. We're going to hold this for a few more breaths. So you have a couple options. You can stay here. If you want a deeper stretch, the hips are feeling open. Maybe your fingertips come to the mat. Maybe your whole hand comes to the mat. Or you can use blocks here. Or you can stay at heart center. If you're close to a wall, you can always place your hand on the wall to help with your balance. Choose your own adventure here. Send those hips back. Keep breathing. Nice. And then we'll slowly unwind. Come back to that one leg mountain pose. Ooh, breathe. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sweep those arms back. Inhale, mountain pose. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Nice work. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Flow through your vinyasa. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. Nice. Another one like that. Breathe in. Exhale it out. We'll set it up for the other side. Same thing here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep those arms up. Same thing, send the hips back. So imagine you have a chair right behind you. You're not fully sitting down on the chair, but you're just grazing the chair here with your butt. Sending the hips back. Making sure you can see the toes. Let the toes feel nice and light. Maybe wiggle the toes. Keep breathing. Now press that left foot into the mat. Step your right foot back, crescent lunge. That back heel is lifted, hips are square. We'll do the same thing. Flowing breath to movement. Inhale, chair pose. Working that left quad now. Exhale, high plank. Or high lunge, rather. Exhale, step the feet together. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, chair pose. Keep breathing. Exhale, back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent lunge. Whew, breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot that back foot. Rearrange the feet if needed. Send that left knee right directly over the ankle. Reach the arms out. That back arm is nice and strong, just like the left. Don't let that arm jerk down. Keep breathing. And on your next inhale, straighten that leg. Palms together overhead, gaze up. Let's catch our breath. Flow breath to movement. Exhale, warrior two. Gaze over the left hand. Inhale, arm. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, arms up. Warrior two. Take another inhale. On the exhale, come to your extended side angle. Take any arm variation. Maybe do the same thing you did on the other side. Breathe here. That left knee or that left leg is nice and strong. Don't let that knee cave in. Keep breathing. Keep those strong legs exactly as they are. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Lean back. Optional bind here. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, come to a low lunge, pivoting that back foot. Now shift that weight into that left leg. Right leg lifts, standing splits. Breathe here. Keeping that right hip closed. That leg is parallel to the mat. All right, let's work through the same set of balancing poses here. Find your focus. Maybe you focus on a little dot on the floor. Now you bring the hands to heart center. And slowly lift the chest up. Come to your one leg mountain pose. Drive that right knee in front of you. At a 90-degree angle, flex the toes back towards your face. Drop that right hip. Nice. How'd that feel? Keep breathing. Maybe that left ankle is shaking. That's okay. Keep breathing. Come to that standing figure four. So now your ankle comes on your left knee. That knee points out to the side. Hands stay together. Send the hips back. Again, find a little point on the floor to focus on. That should help with the balance. Really send the hips back. Do you feel that? Stretching out that right glute. The IT band. Keep breathing. You can stay here. Same thing. Maybe your fingertips come to mat. Full hands on the mat or blocks. A hand on the wall. Hands together. Whatever you need here. Nice. Keep breathing. Inhale. Come undone here into your one leg mountain pose. Exhale, feet together, chair with airplane arms. Nice. Big breath in, mountain pose. Rise up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, slow through. Getting nice and sweaty here. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Whoo. Another breath in. Exhale it out. We're going to do a little bit of flowing breath to movement here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top with forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, left leg steps back. Hold it here. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, standing splits. Pivot that back foot. Send your weight into that right leg. Left leg lifts up. Breathe in, one leg mountain pose. It's a little trickier when you're moving a little bit faster. Hold it here. We're going to add on, listen for the change. Take another breath in. And this time we'll come into an airplane pose. Sweep the arms back, extend that left leg behind you. Your left leg is parallel to the mat. Your arms and your chest are parallel to the mat. Gaze a foot in front of your mat so the neck is nice and long. Keep breathing. Find your balance. We'll take another inhale here. And exhale, rebend that right leg. Land the left foot softly, low flying crescent. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, high to low plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. Same thing, other side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, left leg steps back, crescent lunge. Breathe in, warrior two, pivot the back foot. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to reverse your warriors. Exhale, standing splits, pivot the back foot, lift that right leg up. Bring your hands to heart center. Her right leg comes up. One leg mountain pose. Hold it here and breathe. Same thing as the other side. We'll work our way into the airplane pose. Extend that right leg behind you. Reach the arms back. Lean forward. Keep breathing. Squeeze the arms behind you. Push through that right heel. Take another inhale here. And then bend that left knee. Exhale, land softly. Low flying crescent. Big breath in. Arms sweep up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, flow through. Meet in a downward facing dog. We're going to flow through this one more time, adding on once again. Breathe in, gaze forward. Exhale to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Listen for the change here. This time we're going to come into an eagle pose. Left arm underneath the right, palms together, or you can give yourself a bear hug here. We're going to start with the left leg lifting and wrapping around the right. Maybe your foot wraps once or twice. Get nice and low from the waist down. Nice and tall from the waist up. Maybe you can lift your elbows in line with the shoulders. Find your focus and breathe. Now we'll keep the eagle arms, but unwrap that left leg. So you're back in your one leg mountain pose. You just have eagle arms here. Now we're going to come into warrior three with eagle arms. So just like our airplane pose, except we have eagle arms here. Hammer palms together. If your hands came out of that, you can go to that bear hug. Keep breathing. Find your balance. Keep focusing. If you need a moment to reset, go ahead. Another inhale. And land softly. Keep the eagle arms. And we're going to crescent lunge with eagle arms. Inhale. Those elbows up towards the ceiling. Gaze up. Finding a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale. Finally release the arms. Low flying crescent. Oof. Inhale, open up, warrior two, back to the flow. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge. All right, hold this low lunge. Bring your right foot to the edge of the mat. We'll come into a runner's lunge here. Give yourself a chance to catch your breath, to take a little bit of a stretch here. So you can stay here. You can drop the back knee. You can come down to your forearms, whatever feels good in your body here. Just breathe, catch your breath. Stretch out those hips, your legs. How you feeling? You're nice and sweaty like I am. You're doing great. We're almost there. We just have one more side to do that flow on. All right, from here, maybe you add on a quad stretch. You're welcome to just stay in the runner's lunge if you're adding that quad stretch. Left heel kicks towards your glutes. So you can wrap that right hand behind you, capturing that foot, pulling it in a little closer to your body. If you're having trouble capturing that foot, a couple options. You can place your left hand on a block, or you can use a strap to grab that foot. Or if you're wearing leggings, you can always grab the ankle part. Pull that foot in. Getting resourceful here. Take another breath in and slowly release. And we'll step that foot back and come into a quick little child's pose here. If you'd rather take a puppy dog pose or any other restorative pose, feel free. But we're not here for. Take another breath in. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, we'll come to our downward facing dog. As I mentioned, we just have one more side to work through that flow. You got this. Breathe in, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Breathe here. We're going to do eagle arms again. This time, right arm underneath the left, palms together. And if the shoulders are feeling way too tight, you can do that hug. Now the right leg wraps around the left once or twice. Breathe here. See if you can get nice and low again from the waist down, nice and tall from the waist up. Keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders, finding your focus. And we'll keep the eagle arms. Unwrap the legs so you're back in your one leg mountain pose with the eagle arms. Now slowly extend that right leg behind you. Warrior three with eagle arms. Find your focus. Toes point down towards the mat. Push through that back heel. Keep the neck nice and long. One more breath in. Exhale, land softly. Keep the eagle arms. So now we're in our crescent lunge. Find your footing here. Inhale the elbows up towards the ceiling. Little back bend here. Exhale, release. The arms, low flying crescent. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the mat. Coming into that runner's lunge, just like the other side, bring that left foot nice and wide on the mat. You can stay here or drop the knee down or come to your forearms or use blocks. Wherever you decide to land, breathe here. Maybe close the eye. Just acknowledging the hard work you just did here. Building strength in legs. Focusing on those quads, the glutes, even the ankles, feeling a little bit more strengthened, a little bit more challenged through this class. Really nice job. You can stay here or, again, add that quad stretch. Kicking the right heel towards your glutes. Reach in behind with your left hand. Maybe using one of the tricks I mentioned if you're having trouble grabbing that foot. Another inhale. And exhale, slowly release. On this side, instead of coming into a child's pose, we're going to come into a frog pose. So the way we're going to do this is hands on the mat in front of us. Now bring those knees nice and wide. It might feel best if you turn sideways on your mat, so you have some cushioning beneath your knees. Rewind. Place your hands on the mat. Knees go as wide as you can, like you're attempting middle splits here. And now your feet are going to go even wider than the knees. So the side of your foot, the big toe side, is on the mat here. You can stay here. You might already start to feel that stretch here. If you want, you can lower down onto your forearms. Maybe you can even get your chest all the way down to the mat. Don't push it though. Find what feels like a nice deep stretch for you. This pose gets intense pretty fast. Try and breathe through it. Opening up the hips. Maybe even find a gentle rock. Forward and back. Even if it's just an inch forward, inch back, you should feel that. Just another breath in. And out. Slowly make your way back to your palms. And a centimeter at a time, bring those knees back together to come out of it. And we'll make our way onto our back to wind down. Once you're on your back, bring your knees in towards your chest. Point your toes. And drop the knees over to the left side, supine twist. Reach those arms out. Roll your head to face the right side. Bring the legs back to center. Bring them towards your chest to start. And let them fall over to the right side. Gaze over to the left. Reach those arms out. Bring it back to center. With the soles of your feet on the mat, bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Kick that left foot up and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. And once you have that there, bring your head, your shoulders onto the mat. So very similar to our standing figure four. Now we're just supine figure four. Pull those legs in towards your chest. Feel that stretch. And as you pull your legs in, use your right elbow to push that right thigh away. And that intensifies the stretch a little bit more. Keep breathing. And now we'll release, switching sides. Left ankle on the right knee. Kick the legs up. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. Flex both feet back towards the shins. Pull the legs in. And use your left elbow to push that right thigh away, or that left thigh away. Now release those legs, come into happy baby, grab the soles of the feet. Let those knees go nice and wide. Sway side to side, let that feel really good in your body. And bring your knees towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Breathe in. Exhale, Shavasana, final resting pose. Extend those legs out long. arms by your sides. I encourage you to take this time to find a little bit of rest, to honor your body for the hard work it's done. Close your eyes and I'll wake you when it's time. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. If you need a few more moments in Shavasana, please feel free to lay here for as long as you'd like. You can pause this video. Otherwise, we'll slowly bring ourselves up to a seated position. We'll take one more deep breath here together. Sit however is comfortable for you. Hands can come to heart center. Breathe in through the nose, fill all the way up. Exhale it out the mouth. Bring your palms to third eye center. The love and light in me honors and appreciates the love and light in you. Thank you so much for trusting me to guide you through this practice. Bow forward to seal the class. Thank you so much. My name is Bianca. Again, I'm calling in from Oakland, California. I'm curious where you're taking this class from. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe if you're not already. Give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you again on the mat soon. Bye.